we're here in Barcelona, Spain to cover the Mobile World Congress trade show. As you can tell, the weather is beautiful, there's lots of people streaming in, so we're going to follow them and hit the show floor to check out the hottest products. In the meantime, I'll leave you in the capable hands of my editor, John. Over to you, John.
Let's get down to business. Aside from the new smartphones announced at Mobile World Congress, we take a look at how you can get the latest Windows 8 beta operating system, talk a little about the new iPad 3, and go hands-on with Canon's latest full-frame DSLR. HTC has used Qualcomm processors exclusively in its smartphones for some time now, so it's quite a big deal that its latest flagship One X handset sports the quad-core NVIDIA Tegra 3 platform. Processing power aside, the phone comes with the latest version of Android Ice Cream Sandwich, an attractive polycarbonate finish, and 32GB of internal storage. It also comes with lots of new camera features. In its announcement, HTC said it's better than the iPhone 4S camera. Now that's a bold claim. One of the most talked about devices at this show was a Symbian phone. The Nokia 808 PureView's claim to fame is its 41-megapixel camera. While it can give you a huge 38-megapixel image, its main purpose is to capture a lot of information to output a smaller image that's of higher quality. The full-size sample images provided by Nokia have gotten many photography enthusiasts excited, and we can't wait to get our hands on a unit for review. Sony Mobile unveiled two new Xperia Android phones, the P and the U. These look like smaller versions of the earlier Xperia S and come with Android 2.3, though an upgrade to Android 4.0 has been promised. The Xperia U has an interesting feature that lets you swap out the bottom portion for a different coloured version. The Asus Pad phone was announced last year, but the company didn't show a working sample then. The product is now confirmed, and aside from having the phone and tablet components, it also has a third keyboard element that makes it a lot like the Asus Transformer Prime. Huawei announced 3 new smartphones and a 10.1-inch tablet, all based on Android. What's most interesting about the latest Ascend series handsets is that they use a quad-core processor developed in-house by the Chinese manufacturer. Other phone makers tend to utilize processors from established chip makers such as Qualcomm and NVIDIA. Microsoft also took the opportunity to showcase its Windows 8 consumer preview. It's a fresh new take on the operating system with an interface that favors touch panels as much as the traditional keyboard and mouse input. You can try it out for yourself if you have a spare computer. This week's question is, how do I install the Windows 8 consumer preview?
You can either download the ISO image to do it the traditional way or use a setup program from Microsoft. The setup program will check the compatibility of your system and walk you through the download and installation process. You can choose to install to a clean partition or upgrade from WinXP, Vista or 7. Do note that you will need a fresh install of your previous Windows if you wish to uninstall Windows 8. Windows 8 is still in beta, so we don't recommend trying it on your main PC.
In other news, Apple has invited the US media to an iPad event next Wednesday. We will likely see the successor to the iPad 2 then, and rumours say it will have a much higher resolution screen and a faster processor. Canon finally announced the 5D Mark III, the successor to its popular full-frame DSLR, the 5D Mark II. Here are 5 key improvements you should know about. There are now 61 autofocus points compared with just 9 in the Mark II. This will make it easier to track fast-moving subjects. The burst mode in the new model is faster. It can now shoot at 6 frames per second. Creative functions have been added to the camera. One is HDR, which takes 3 shots at different exposures and combines them into one image, all done in camera. Another new feature is the multiple exposure function, which lets you superimpose many shots into one. Finally, many improvements have been made to the video recording feature, including reducing moire and the addition of timecode for post-production. It's been an exciting week for consumer technology, and I'm sure you're thinking about how to save up for some of these new products. Oh, and if you're selling your iPad 2, do it soon. I'm John, buzzing out.